Look at me. Gorgeous creature.
Seriously, do you do that when you're doing certain other slightly more famous people than me? Do you go, oh, gorgeous creature? Oh!
Kind of.
Oh, just a zhuzh. Ready? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am with one of your most favourite guests of mine, the amazing Hannah Martin.
I was getting ready for a full face screen.
I know, but I don't want to mess up her makeup. I'm like,
oh, it's fine.
It has been, you won't believe this, people, it has been over 2 years since we did those videos.
That's
together.
weird. I thought it was last year at a push.
No, 2 years ago. So now in that time, we kind of said, let's do another video, and we didn't really have many thoughts on what it was going to be and da-da-da. But in that time, as you all know if you're a regular viewer, I had my eyes done. So the eye makeup that Hannah did on me previously actually needs a bit of an update. We all need a bit of an MOT from time to time.
Correct.
So Hannah's going to do, basically, I sort of said, well, since I had my eyes done, I feel like I want to wear eye makeup, and I have tons of eye makeup to use, but I feel almost like, bearing in mind, Hannah, that I did train as a makeup artist, but I feel like I don't know my own eye shape anymore, if that makes any sense. So Hannah's going to do, like, I've already done my base, because frankly I looked heinous this morning and I couldn't leave the house without it. So I've already done my base, but Hannah's going to do a normal sort of day wear eye that I can then throw glitter on and go out with, which might be helpful for you at this time of year, I think. So welcome.
Oh, thanks for having me back. It's
She's also
so good to see you.
She's put on loads of weight since they can't see. Look, bump.
Can we see?
Look at this! Literally massive. This is a baby girl who is coming in, what, a month?
Yeah.
I will shut up and let you do what you need to do, but I basically have just put a ton of foundation on.
Love that. So before I start on your eyes, Caroline, I'm just going to give your base a quick zhuzh.
Needs a zhuzh.
Going to do some under eye concealer.
As they'll know from the video I put up last week when I said my eyes need Jesus.
Hallelujah,
Yes.
praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
So we'll do a bit of concealer, but then I want to use some skin foundation stick to warm your skin. So we're going to get that bronzed finish, but without using too much powder. Win-win. Okay, so first things first, just a touch of corrector. Look up for me, because I just want to brighten the inner corner of your eye. Not least because it's always lovely to feel like your eyes look a bit brighter, but more importantly, because we're going to be doing a smoky eye, I want the smoky eye makeup to stand out and not bleed into any shadow. So this is just a little bit of a bisque corrector.
I love that palette.
It's
I've
so
got that palette.
handy.
It is the best.
I can go to any job
Look at this.
with anyone and I've got their base covered.
Exactly.
And then over the top of that, I'll just take a touch of concealer. So the corrector's a slightly pinky tone. This is evening out any shadow under the eye. And then the concealer will match your foundation shade. And I'm just very gently patting it into the skin using the pad of my ring finger. Sweeping is a no-no for 2 reasons. First of all, dragging the skin.
And see that.
And second of all, you'll actually just wipe the product off again.
Yeah.
So it's a futile exercise.
Futile, people. Futile.
Serious. Gorgeous. Now the concealer is probably half a shade brighter than your foundation. But again, that's great because it helps to give that lifted, open-eyed finish.
Right, we've just literally paused and realised that I always set the light up over here, so I've put the light behind Hannah so she can see what she's doing, which is nice of me.
Thank you kindly.
Welcome to our house.
So, while your base is still damp, I was going to say moist, but that's a horrid word.
We don't use that word.
I'm going to use some skin foundation stick to bronze your skin. Now, it might look terrifying. I'm going in this kind of chestnut
I trust you,
family.
mate.
But let me do this side first. It's going to give your skin such a gorgeous warmth, but without layering too many powder products. So you're maintaining slightly more of a dewy finish that we will mattify in the areas that we want to.
Yeah, and that's the other thing about base. Don't mattify everything.
Yeah, gosh.
Matte doesn't really look good on anyone.
Know what? It's so hard to carry off. So yeah, have a bit of a glow. So,
there's nothing more comforting than having someone with lovely warm hands just prodding your face.
So now I'm happy that there's a little extra warmth and really banging coverage. We can do just a little poudre, so a little powder just to set the makeup in place. So this is the Nude Finish Illuminating Powder. I don't know if I used this on you last time.
No, I don't think you did.
Ah.
I think you used the one in the round
brush. But what I love about this one,
got a bit of glitter. I mean, it's not glitter. I don't say glitter. Shimmer.
That's
mild shimmer.
Mild shimmer.
Mild shimmer. Mild lift.
No.
I
like the way you lift it.
Do you know why I do that, people? Because here's my theory. When especially, I mean youngsters as well, but whatever, especially women of a certain age, and by that I mean anyone who watches this and relates to me in any way, right? And I'm 48, so anyone who takes longer to get themselves looking fresh in the morning, I think the right glow on your skin is the same as when you put on a good bra. Just putting that out there, and that has the same effect. Everything gets lifted and brighter and bigger and better. Although bigger's not always the aim, I have to say. This is the second video that I've filmed in like 2 weeks where I've done this and talked about bras. Ben's going to be like, real mother, come on.
I'm going to use the same powder just a touch under the eye to set your concealer. And
by the way, before I forget, if obviously we weren't doing this and chatting and taking our time and enjoying it, I think that gets lost in translation on YouTube. I like it, we like it when it takes time because we chat and we sort of talk about things. But if I was doing it by myself at home, how long do you think a total face for the day should take me?
Between 5 and 10 minutes.
Exactly.
So you want your 5-minute makeup, which is the kind of
basics.
5 products that will get something in place that makes me feel a bit brighter.
Yep.
The added 5 minutes is I want to add a little
tweaking
finesse.
eyes, tweaking lip, whatever.
Exactly.
So I do know that when I said like on my recent videos, are quick, and everyone's like, that's 15 minutes. Yes, but 10 minutes of that is us yapping.
Yeah. And it's kind of, so if I was going to teach someone how they would do their makeup in 5 minutes, we might be going over it for 2 hours.
Exactly.
Because you want to learn the skill.
And also I just like hanging out with Hannah, so if it takes her 3 hours, that's how long you're going to be there for, okay?
She's never going to get rid of me.
No. Can I just ask you about this before we jump in?
Yeah.
Would I ever be able to use this blue? Because I have this palette. Do you think I could use the blue, or do you think it would be too...
Oh my gosh. Okay, Caroline.
Excited.
With your deep
notice I'm rolling
eyes, she's getting
rolling
excited.
my sleeves up as if I'm doing anything.
I love it. Absolutely.
Okay,
navy versus
because I'm fancying that navy and gold.
Is insane. Well, let's do it. Yes.
I do. I just think since I had my eyes chopped, and I've mentioned before I might have to have them done again because this one's popped again here. But I don't know if I want to go through it all again, if it's going to keep happening. If it's going to keep happening, I'll just make do. But because I've had them chopped and they're not a sort of overhanging, I now look at palettes and go, oh, I'd love to wear that, instead of, oh, I couldn't wear that. Now I'm saying, oh, I'd love to wear that.
Do you know what, that must be really empowering.
That was amazing, God. Totally changed my life.
So you said that you weren't sure you want to go through it again. Was that because the surgery itself was unpleasant?
No, the surgery was great. It was less painful than having kids. The coming around for about 2 days after, it's a bit gory. I'm not going to lie. Your eyes are a bit bleeding, which is like a horror film.
And it's quite intense.
Yeah, it's quite intense, but it's not painful at all. the only reason I wouldn't have it done again is if I don't know if it's something that will keep happening, and if it keeps happening, I'm not going to go for surgery every year. If it's something that they can fix, because now they realise it's my tear ducts that are pushing through the eye muscle, if they can fix that once and for all, then great, I'll go again. If I get the advice that, look, actually you're just prone to it and your eyes are going to keep doing this, then why would you do that? They'll just have to live with it. And if they get really fatty and baggy, then I'll do that again. But I mean, I'm still really happy with them, and I can see, which is a miracle. It's a miracle!
I got emotional watching your video about it.
I totally did not expect to get emotional. I didn't realise how emotionally sort of upset I was by not... I didn't realise how bad my eyesight was, really. That's it. I just literally didn't realise how bad my eyesight was.
I wonder how many people have suddenly thought,
quite a few.
Oh my goodness, I
There's Ben's hands coming in the picture there. It's all right, Ben. It's all good action. Quite a few people left comments saying I couldn't decide whether to have it done or not, and you persuaded me, or, you know, I didn't realise that it could be affecting my eyesight. Bad eyesight doesn't run in our family, and I wondered why my vision was impaired. And I'm like, because you've literally got this dead weight of eyelid hanging over your eye. So yes, I had that done, and now I feel like I want to wear all the eyeshadow like all my friends wear. And like I used to, I mean, when I first met Jim, I was 19, and I used to wear more eyeshadow than anything else. And I would wear like 3 or 4 colours. And he always hated it. He's one of those men that's like, oh, you don't need to wear makeup, and not in a way like...
Well, true thing, you don't.
Not in a controlling way, just like, you don't need it, but if you want to wear it, that's fine.
Yeah.
And they'll go, you're a bit pale. I'm like, you salt. True though.
Yeah, I once, my other half is so sweet, but not always very good at verbalising what he sees. So I once remember having quite a go, being like, come on my friend, if I've made an effort, I'd really like it if you noticed or commented. So one day I came downstairs, you know, turban on, towel on, he went, oh, your face looks great. I was like... Just stepped out the shower, I'm red and blotchy.
Thanks, babe.
Bless you.
Thanks, babe. Your face looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a nice thing to say.
Like, what I mean is when you've seen me in the mirror for half an hour putting a load of slap on, and then, you know, pouting at myself because I feel hot.
Where do you stand on the brow situation, whereby if you naturally have a darker brow, but your hair colour is artificially made lighter?
Yours.
How do you combine the two without looking too pale and too dark?
Yeah, I think you need to take both into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm using a mid-tone called Blonde, which is darker than one would think.
Yeah.
But it's just going to add a shadow behind your naturally dark brow, but that's not as dark as your brow.
Excellent.
Purely because I'd fear that if I used a shade as dark as your brow, Saddle, which I've used on you before, when your hair was a little darker, I think I would create too much of a block brow.
Right.
And I don't want to do that, because I want to still be able to see the texture of your eyebrows, and add a shadow, but keep it softer.
Right.
So I always take the hair and the brow colour into consideration, and usually go somewhere in between. But what I'm not going to do, lovely, I'm keeping it soft and powdery. Because I think it's probably the most achievable finish.
It's also what I instinctively use. I use an eyebrow powder.
Yeah.
I can't get on with pencils.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
And I can't get on with anything vaguely liquidy. I like a powder. Oh, I like a powder.
Well, you get the most natural finish. I love that. Okay, I'm just going to powder you a tiny bit more.
I've got one of them at home. I need to get that out.
This powder is delicious. It's the one that I recommend to women who are like, I hate powder.
Yeah.
I hate powder, I never wear it.
I don't understand people who say they hate powder. I love a bloody powder.
Well, it just keeps everything in place.
Although, in her defence, I just went to the launch of Trini's brand, and she hates powder and she hates brushes. So you can imagine, you'd pass out.
Yeah.
So she wants her whole product to be used with fingers. And I thought, there's no way I'm going to not be able to use powder. And the formulations she's made are actually very clever in that I didn't powder my face at all. Yeah,
that's
so
clever.
There you go, you see, there's something for everyone.
Well, there's a lot to be said, isn't there, for being able to do stuff with your fingers and achieve like a natural glow.
Yeah.
Whereas I think there are lots of women out there who maybe just go straight to powder and they don't realise that actually they're making their skin look more tired than is necessary.
I love that Hannah zhuzhes the hair in between.
I can't help it.
So that she can gauge, like, let's zhuzh the hair, where are we at?
But I think it's also my thing. I kind of...
But I do that as well when I'm doing a facial. I zhuzh eyebrows so I can see how the face sits. Like it makes a difference. You would think, but not really.
I'm just going to take a tiny
I'm going to
bit.
adjust myself.
Do it. You're right.
Yeah, do you want mine too high now?
No, you're great. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of powder pink on your lips. I love your lips, Mrs. H. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And we'll either take it up a notch or tone it down a notch when we do your eyes later.
I do think it's hard to do both if you are a woman of a certain age, and it could just be, and by the way, when I say that, I don't mean like our lives are over and we're old and decrepit. I just mean we're not young enough to carry off a really strong eye with a bright lip. Ava can come in and do like eyes and fake lashes and red lips, and I go, oh my god, look at her. Well, actually I go, get that off your face, but I go, oh my god, and she does it so well. Yeah. She hasn't been taught.
Skilled.
And I'm like, oh look, but if I tried to do it, no. Not both at the same time, for me personally.
I think you run the risk, if you're not young and obviously experimenting, you run the risk of just looking really ill-informed. Do you know what I mean?
From the pro. Ill-informed.
I'm just saying. Okay, so daytime smoky. Should we go taupe or stone? Ooh, let's go. Look at me. No, let's go taupe. Taupe. This is a long wear cream shadow stick.
I love these. They're so foolproof.
She says that's stone.
When you go like that, and then this is what I do. I put it on and then I go, ugh, and then that's it, done.
And you're done. Dream.
So easy though.
So I'm going to do something very similar. This is just taking off any cream or foundation that may have got on the eyelids. I'm just going to sweep a little of the taupe just through the main part of the lid. Trini, this is where you can come in and just use your ring finger. And then...
She'll love that, darling, darling.
So again, couldn't be easier if you're just on the go. But what I think I'll do is then I'll use a darker one at the base of the lashes for kind of simple, everyday liner.
I do think I need eyeliner now. I got away with it without it for so many years. I kind of just avoided wearing it because it just sort of added to the heaviness of my eye. But now I feel like I need it to make them a bit more, and also I'm trying to wean myself off of the eyelash extensions over Christmas. So I will invest in some like single eyelashes, and I'll still go and see Daxita because she can like dye my eyebrows for me, and she does a bit of threading, and actually for me, for certain people, she will do a bit of waxing, which is very helpful. You're like, while you're lying there, can you sort my leg out? But I do want to kind of wean myself off it so I can... What?
No, it's my nose. That's what I'm always like. Could you just quickly...
Oh, I thought I had a bogey.
No. No. I'm like, forget about the legs. Just get the nostrils.
Can you get my nostrils done? Yeah. God. Talk about lost in translation.
Sorry, babes.
So yeah, I'm trying to wean myself off the eyelash extensions because I don't really go out over Christmas. I'm at home. I'm not a big party girl.
Family time.
Yeah, totally. Watching SVU and in the kitchen. I'm going to say in the oven, but basically in the oven. Although you'll be a bit busy this Christmas, Hannah Martin.
I know, right?
Oh my god!
I know, crazy. So first Christmas at home, just us.
And with...
newborn Bubba. I know,
right? I'm doing that to her bump, by the way, not her breasts. That would be that.
I mean, you could.
We've been there before.
I'm just going to buff. I just use a tiny bit of bark. Again, it's another long wear cream shadow. I'm using a brush purely because of the lashes. I don't want to rub off any extensions. But just to give a very, look at me. Nice, very gentle.
Nice.
Definition at the base of the lid to give a slightly smoky illusion. But then I'm going to use some gel in between the lashes.
Oh yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
But so quick and easy, and you could again just do that with your fingers if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay, black liner now. Don't be afraid of black, it's the best to define the eyes. And Caroline, you have really deep hazel eyes, so you want to ensure that your liner is darker than your natural eye colour.
Okay.
So if I lined with like a mid brown, it could look a bit there.
Okay. And we don't look there.
There. So eyes open and look down. I'm just going to take my liner and just push it in between the root of the lashes first, just so we know that your lash line is as dark as it can be. And then after I shall apply from above, but feel free to blink, it is no problem. And we'll do this all the way along, right into the inner corner of the eye. Look at me. Bellissima. Eyes open and look that way. That's perfect. I like to get it right into the inner corner to get that full almond shape. Great. And then I'll take a little bit of that above the lash line too. We're just pushing it into the base of the bark, using the side of the brush and lots of little strokes. No one needs to be able to perfect gel or liquid liner in one fail swoop. Because actually all we're going to do now, once it's there, is take another brush and very gently soften it. And it's amazing the impact of just that touch of liner. And this little smudging technique not only softens it to create really pretty daytime smokiness, it also hides a multitude of sins.
Amen.
So if you've got a shaky hand, or you've had a hiccup and you've got a slight kink in your liner, fear not, because you're just going to gently smudge the top edge of it anyway. And all these shadows that I've used are long wearing, so once they're dried, that's it, they are not going anywhere. Oh hey Lady H, how you doing?
See, that's what I was talking about.
There we go.
A bit of eye makeup.
There we go. Look up for me. You gorgeous creature. I actually really like, with your eyes as they are, there's much more lid visible.
Yeah.
So as I would say, like that lovely Penelope Cruz shape where you've got some lid available to play with. So why not do a diffuse liner that's kind of gradually seeping up into your shadow?
Diffuse liner for the win. There you go.
Shall we amp up the lash a little bit?
Let's fix the lash.
Let's amp up
Like
the
I said,
lash.
I'm trying to tone down or not go as often with the eyelash extensions, which means they're a bit gappy. So you just need to do a little bit of fixing.
Which is no bother, it takes 2 minutes.
Eyelashes incoming.
Yes.
I think this side's the worst. This is really patchy. There's like 4 left.
Is that the side you sleep on?
Probably.
Yeah.
I sat next to Mary Greenwell at dinner once and she turned to me and she went, "Darling, you've got 1 eyelash." I was like, "I know, Mary, I'm trying to grow them out. I'm trying to, you know." She's like, "No,
she's not sugarcoating.
have the extensions, darling."
Darling.
Okay. All right, Mary.
Those big skilled hands of hers.
She has got massive hands.
Massive!
Massive hands.
Massive!
Yeah, I mean, I've got massive hands and I feel like that when Mary's near me. I'm like, we've got big hands.
If you are a fan of the old individual lash,
Yeah.
leave the glue to go a bit tacky on the back of your hand
because I was never
first.
doing that.
Always, because the edges will go a bit tacky first.
Yeah.
And then always place your lash at the root of your other lashes,
Yeah.
not on
Skin.
the skin. I did that for years and years and years, and I hated seeing kind of the bubbles on the bottom, but no, when you glue them into the root of your other lashes, you simply don't see them. Genius.
Right, lashes are done.
So now the lashes are on and they've had a chance just to
And I must say,
dry.
I wouldn't normally, like if I'm at home going about my makeup during the day, I wouldn't normally do fake lashes. I'm doing them because I'm trying to buffer growing out of my extensions.
Right.
Just in case, before you go, who spends 20 minutes doing fake lashes? I wouldn't either.
Yeah, no. Pretty. I'm going to use a waterproof formula now for your lower lashes.
Oh, genius.
Just to do it a teeny weensy bit, because I do think they really help to open up and give a wide eye.
That is a lot of product for a lower lash.
I know,
I assume
right?
you're going in that way.
Exactly. And again, I love this tip. Look up for me, because all you do is just use the very tip of your mascara wand to tease a bit of product onto those lashes. Often if you go sideways,
you get it all over.
You'll get it all over your lower lid, and you don't want to do that.
Oh, look at me with eyes.
How does that feel?
It feels like I'm wearing eye makeup for a change, which is lush.
Do you feel pretty?
Oh my god. Oh, whoa!
Yeah. Yeah, that's the look.
I don't know quite what happened there. Right, so this would be my normal, and if I was then going out and doing a Christmas party or a dinner or something,
yes,
how do I whack some glitter on toot sweet?
Okay, so can we do glitter and navy? Have we got
yes!
time? Okay, so back
and what I'll do is
to-
I'll put a little drop thing below which will show you when we switch to each part, so you don't have to be that person who's going, I'm not going to watch 25 minutes or 45 minutes depending on who it is. It's 45 minutes. But I'll put it below so you can say like when we're beefing up the eye and blah blah blah.
Okay, tiny bit of the navy onto an eye smudge brush. So navy, just
And is this colour in normal Bobbi Brown or is it just this Christmas kit?
this is ever so slightly brighter in the Christmas kit.
So it's not a normal stock colour?
It's not, but we do always have the rich navy, so
Rich
a great
navy,
alternative.
okay.
So very simply, with it on the smoky liner brush, you can just push it all along the lower lash line for a very soft, subtly navy accent.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited about the navy.
If you want it more navy, which for someone like you, Caroline, with hazel eyes, I would say, oh my goodness, get on it. Dampen your brush slightly and it will be super, super blue. If you're slightly more nervous of the blue but want to experiment, do what I'm doing now and just press it over your existing deeper shadow colour. And it's the kind of thing that when you are out or at your Christmas do, people will love your smoky eye. They won't necessarily be able to detect that it's blue, which I kind of love. It's kind of the more current way of wearing colour. So now I'm just softening the edge of that because let's sparkle it up, Hirons. I'm going to take this glitter.
Oh, I love that. Bit of blue.
Love that. Bit of glitter. Again, this is limited to this palette, but we have sparkle shadows all the time at Bobbi Brown.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You can just press the glitter into the taupe shadow that we applied earlier, or whatever shadow you applied earlier in the day, for fabulous party eyes. Look at me.
Oh.
Hey girl. So we've just done one eye. Just to finish off, look up for me. I'm just going to take some of the remnants of the shadow
The navy or the gold?
Yeah, the navy.
Mm-hmm.
Along your lower lash line, and you can see I'm pushing initially from above the lashes.
Mm-hmm.
This makes sure that there's no skin showing at the very root. If you simply do your lower liner from underneath the lashes, you'll often get kind of like this pinky rim or skin seeping through. So go from above the lashes first. Pretty. Okay. And then I'm going to soften from underneath also, but I'm not using any more product because we want to ensure that this lower liner is really, soft and smudgy.
I'm totally wasting this eye makeup by not going out tonight. Mind you, I suppose I could, you know, your dad will think I've made an effort for Wagamama Friday.
Wagamama Friday! That needs to be a thing in my house.
Wagamama Friday.
Love that. What's your order?
Not an ad. He has katsu curry, we both have chicken gyoza, and I vary. Lately I've been having the chicken chili salad.
I love the chicken chili salad! Yeah, a bit of extra chili in, my goodness. I never thought I would enjoy a salad as much somewhere.
I know.
I'm like, yeah, give me some of them cashews and...
Oh, cashews are... And that's the only way I can enjoy it because I can't eat pad thai anymore because of the shrimp. So a cashew in a salad is like, nothing to do with makeup, sorry.
Look up for me.
You and Amanda. Amanda's the only one, the only other person who's so touchy-feely.
Amanda
from Pixie. Oh. Basically, everyone on the wall behind you.
Yeah.
Amanda. Yeah. But, you know, we have... Sometimes I have to stop because I snort, like you know when you're so in tune because you know someone so well, and she'll say something and I'll be like, mate, stop, I'm gonna laugh, stop.
How lovely to be part of that family.
Honestly, I know that, you know, everyone has their problem where they work and stuff, but I have not been anything except spectacularly happy in the beauty industry. Don't get me wrong, I've had the odd job, but that's been down to working for a complete shithead rather than not liking the industry, you know?
Well, I certainly have days where I have to pinch myself, where I'm like...
Yeah, we know you have those days, Hannah Martin.
Did I just get paid for this? I'm playing and having fun. Hirons.
Everybody knows anyway, all it takes is a Google.
Right.
Oh my god, I'm like wearing makeup.
I know, right? And you're rocking it. So hot.
Oh my god, when Kourtney Kardashian says so hot, but she doesn't say it with any annotation in her mouth at all, she's like, so hot.
Hot.
So hot.
So hot.
You know how people have those like goals, like I want to have this, I want to have that. My goal is to have Kris Jenner's office. Kris Jenner's office. Oh! That woman takes OCD to another level and I am here for it. I basically got home last night and said, I walked in and the place was, I call it trashed. The family, i.e. him and his siblings and their father, would call it just needs a bit of a tidy. And I walked into the house and I went, seriously, there's actually no point in me ever cleaning again until you've all moved out.
Oh mate.
Get out.
Oh mate.
That's why I come to the office, I'm like, I can keep my office clean. But then you look in that corner and you're like, pardon? That's the
that corner's very exciting. I'm like, ooh.
Lips and then we're done.
Literally. So just a slightly paler, slightly creamier lip colour because we're going to let eyes do the talking. And there, she says, for our little highlight. Yes, cheekbones. I mean, Wagamama Fridays never look so good.
Get ready, Jim. Best bit was a couple of weeks ago, all the kids were out. So Max was somewhere. I think he stayed at his mate's house. Oh no, Max and Ava were both on a school trip. He was in the States and their brother was staying out. And we had the whole house to ourselves. And you know, like some people who've been married a long time and never get the house themselves will be like, hey babe, it's date night. He said, oh my God, there's no one in the house. What should we do? And I looked at me, both just looked at each other and went, Blue Bloods and Wagamama.
Oh, I love that.
Nothing changes.
That. I think that's testament to just what good mates you are.
Blue Bloods and Wagamama.
Happy days.
Although I'm not very happy with Blue Bloods.
Because?
I can't, do you watch it?
No.
Okay, so I can't tell you because it might be a spoiler. But if you're in England and you don't know what's going to happen in the new Blue Bloods, don't Google it. Don't Google it.
Aww.
And if you follow Donnie Wahlberg, you'll know why. But there's a big, the new season, episode 1, there's a massive shock. And I am not happy, frankly.
Mate, sorry.
Yeah, you shouldn't be sorry, Hannah, actually. It's a bit devastating, but never mind. We're going to finish with fixing my waterline, a little bit darker.
Yes.
And then Hannah has a home to go to, frankly.
Or I was thinking Selfridges.
That works.
Genuine. Friday night, mate.
I do Wagamama, she goes to Selfridges. Oh yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. See, this is the kind of thing I would do every day now, but obviously not with the glitter. I'm just into it. I just want to be a bit more like Claudia Winkleman.
Again, love her.
The base.
I think you
Can we discuss Claudia Winkleman? I said on one of the very first weeks of Strictly, I said on my Facebook, which is my private Facebook, oh, Claudia, man, it's too much now. Sort your makeup out, because again, I'll put a link below if you're American. But she can do no wrong, right? And Sam Chapman jumped on my comments and was like, she can do no wrong. I'm like, I know, Sam, I'm not slagging her off. But it was just her base looked so bad that it detracted from how gorgeous she is.
Yeah. Do you know, I saw that post and I agreed with you.
Like, just no. I mean, I love that she hasn't been swayed by being in the TV studio and letting the makeup artists do what they want to her. Claudia's look is, and she says she gets a black liner and does this. And I love her for it, but it was just too much. It was like, it just made it look a bit dirty rather than, that's Claudia.
Polished and beautiful.
The bass. It's all about the bass. Cause it's all about the bass. About the bass. No trouble. Why always breasting in song? Right. I'm going to show this camera what it looks like. And she's going to go shopping in Selfridges as a congratulations. As a congratulations for being you present. As always, a pleasure to work with this gorgeous creature. Thank you for watching. I mean, we might have to edit it down because it's probably about 4 hours long. But I doubt we'll see you again on here before this happens. Oh God, I'm so excited!
Me too!
Oh my God.
Promise me you'll come for cuddles in the first 2 weeks.
Hello! Unless I'm kept out by
bit.
security. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Can I just use you?
Yeah, please.
Oh my God, like, oh my God, for real. I love her,
So
I love
pretty.
her. It's so pretty.
So
I love
pretty.
her, I love her. Goodbye.
Warm enough? Do you feel bronzed enough?
Yeah. Well, what I love is I never wear a lip this colour, but because my eyes are so dark, I can.
It works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next vid that I've got to film, I'm going to film again now, which they will see way before they see this, so they've already seen the finished look.
Oh, that's quite fun though, because I'm sure people would be like, ooh.
How does she do that?